Hey guys, this is Josh. Today I'm going to talk about Rogue Company and create a tier list. I'm going to call this tier list volume 1. This will be based on the characters that are playable right off the bat, not the unlockable ones, the ones that are just playable right now. The whole purpose of this video is for me to tell you guys where I place them in the tier list and why do I think they're either better or worse. If you guys are a new viewer, consider subscribing. I make video guides based on Rogue Company and other games. And if you guys are a returning subscriber, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It means a lot. And without further ado, let's talk about the tier list and see where I place these rogues. Alright guys, so right off the bat, before I even talk about the tier list, I do want to show you guys that I've actually made video content based on the characters that are playable right now. That way you guys can see like, okay, he actually has put in time in terms of playing these characters. He does know what he's talking about. He is well aware of where he's going to place them. Again, this is my personal opinion as to why I'm going to place them this way. If you guys think otherwise, let me know in the comments below as to why maybe I should switch some of the positionings. But let's get off to the bat and let's talk about this very short and sweet video. Over the tier list, I'm going to use a app tier list website, which is pretty cool. I've seen a lot of people use this. So I'm going to obviously drag and drop where I need be. Obviously, S plus is the best. A, B, and C are the following tiers. But before I do, let's talk about the characters again and their abilities so you guys are familiar with these characters. Right off the bat, we got Anvil. This guy is your defender. He has to be in your squad. I think in defending and attacking, you guys can tell me otherwise, but I think he's a really good guy to actually have on your team. I always say this on my videos, to definitely have a defender. If you guys look at his loadout, he has pretty good weapons. His LMG is super boss, but at the same time, that shotgun, if you can land them, are really well, along with his gadgets. His traits, as you guys know, has a barricade to shield your teammates and yourself from damage, but also block that bomb. You also have the immunity against EMP and disoriented binding effects and all that stuff. And as well, you got some good perks, so that's really good. Next up, you got Dallas Reigns, as I call him. This guy is your intel. This guy I also say you have to have on your team because I like to have Dallas in the team because he gives you insights in terms of where the enemies are at in their position. Especially when you guys are going around flanks, going to a certain particular area, you guys can point them out and actually attack. So now let's talk about his loadout. He obviously has his AR, which is super sweet. His DMR, I haven't really tried, but I've heard good things about it. His pistol is really good. That revolver actually deals a lot of damage. And I like his incendiary grenade, which is super sweet. His abilities, as you guys know, he has the ability to obviously find intel. He scans the map. But at the same time, with his passive, if you actually down an enemy, you get that recharge, which is pretty sweet. And then his perks, which follow, and they're really good as well. Now we got Dima. Dima is your fragger. Dima is the person that's going to break through the defender or the attacker. He's just going to go in there ballistic and actually destroy people. So I like him because he's aggressive. Can he be on your team? Yes or no? It depends on the map and also what you guys are trying to achieve. Honestly, I don't put him as a need be guy, but you could get him if you want to. His weapons, again, he has his DMR, which is really good, the Mamba, and his assault rifle. Pistol is the same pistol. He has his throwing knife, and the grenades, his gadgets are really good. I do like his ability, which is the grenade launcher that shoots out and then blows up. Does a lot of damage. And then the other thing too, his passive is when you down an enemy, your teammates can actually see that. So that's really sweet. So he's really good. Then we got Ronin. Ronin is another character that can be similar to Dima in terms of pushing through an enemy or flanking. She's really aggressive as well, just like Dima. I would say I would put her above Dima just because of her playstyle and her abilities. She has her AR, her SMG. She has a nice pistol that's automatic. That's very sweet because you're not double tapping it. You could just hold it. You got your gadgets, but I like her ability, which is that throwing knife, because it detects enemy movement, and if it does, it blows up. At the same time, you stay hidden in the mini-map, so she has some good perks. I would put her above Dima. And then again, followed by the perks. Now we got Saint. Saint is your medic. He's the only guy that actually can heal your teammates. He is a go-to to have on your team always. Whether defending or attacking, I say he is a go-to for sure, especially if you know how to play him effectively. By playing aggressive and passive at the same time, you can be really good with Saint, which I've actually created some cool videos on him as well. His loadout is pretty sweet. He has the DMR Mamba, which is awesome. I like his assault rifle, his guns, his weapons, his gadgets. The trip mine works wonders when you're protecting certain areas. And then his ability, obviously reviving his teammates with the drone, or you revive teammates and heal them up if you're nearby them. And then his perks follow, which are pretty cool as well, which are really good perks. Lastly, we got Trench. Trench is your other defender. Between Anvil and Trench, Obviously, you will pick one of those two guys. If you're going really crazy, you can go both, but I always say try to have at least one defender on your team. He's really good. I think he needs a lot of work. His guns are good. He has a DMR, he has an assault rifle, pistol, he has a tear gas grenade, which I like to use, and then the projectile system that actually blocks grenades one time. And then his traits, obviously his ability is to throw that barricade on the floor, which is like a fence. And then he has the passive, which is carrying additional gadgets up to 2. And then followed by the perks. All right, guys, so let me go and kick this off with the tier list. And let me start placing people appropriately. Remember, these are the characters that you could play right now. So right off the bat, I'm going to put Trench at C. Honestly, I think Trench needs a lot of work. I've actually created a video on Trench, if you guys check that out. I do like his abilities. He is a defender. But the fact that I could use Anvil, it already beats him. I think he needs a lot of work in terms of his barricade. I think that should not, slow your teammates down. So they need to fix that and buff that out. At the same time, I feel like he needs something else to give him that, A level, B level. I don't need him to be S+, but at least that A, mid-level type tier. But obviously, there's going to be reworks as time goes on. But I put Trench there just because you got Anvil. He could be your defender. You don't really need Trench unless you want to go ballistic and use 2 defenders. But honestly, I'll put Trench at C. I just feel that way. My video that I have from, you can play really well with them if you know how to play the game well. Not necessarily the rogue. So there's opportunities there. But at the same time, I'd rather pick a character that can benefit me throughout the match. All right, so the next character I'm going to put up. Let's put Saint. So Saint, like I mentioned in my videos, he is really good and you really need him. And I'm going to put him at S+. Again, guys, this is my personal opinion, but with Saint, I've been doing some boss moves. Saint can be really good if you know how to play him passively, but aggressive, if that makes any sense. Like if you're approaching a situation, make sure you guys aren't using him at the forefront, like an Anvil, but, step back, attack. If your teammates go down, use that drone. That way, if you actually go first and you get attacked and you get taken down, then you lose the ability to revive your teammates, right? So, Saint is just sweet. I like his trip mine because you could block certain pathways. His guns are really good, whether it's the, the assault rifle or the DMR. They both work really well. I like the scope on his assault rifle and how it shoots. Overall, he's really good. I like the fact that when a teammate is down nearby him, you can actually revive them, replenish the health for both players, you and that other player. And overall, he's just really good. I like his play style. And definitely having a medic on your team when there's no other medic is, for me, an S+ tier. All right, so let's go with the next character. I'm going to put, let's see who we got here. I'm going to put Dima. Man, he's not an S+ for me. Is he an A or B? I'm going to put B. Dima is good. Don't get me wrong. He's really good because he can go into situations and go ballistic in terms of penetrating a map area or engaging the situation. If you know how to use his grenade and his grenade launcher, then you'll do really well, which I have a YouTube video on that too, explaining how to play with him effectively. But honestly, if I have Ronin that can do the same thing, but she has better perks than him, I'd rather put Ronin above him. So, Dima, I'm not saying he's not a useful character to have on your squad. If I had to use either Dima or Trench, then pick Dima for sure. But I'll put him at level B. He's good. He's good. I like him. I wouldn't rework him. It's just that's how I feel about him in terms of my gameplay. I could use Dima in certain types of situations. Like if I find that the enemy squad is being very aggressive on the defense, then use Dima. Pop him out. But otherwise, stick to your regular rogue. But you can use Dima when you need to, like a substitution for another character. That's how I feel about him. All right, so let's do another one. Let's see. Let's do Dallas. Let's do Dallas or Anvil. Let me see. No, let me do Anvil. Anvil. Man, Anvil. He's either S+ or A. I'm gonna say A. Anvil. He's good. He's for sure someone you need to have in your team. If I put someone on the S+ or A, that means you should definitely put them on your team. No brainer. If it's S+, you got to have that person on your team. Anvil is an A because he's really good at defending. Having a defender on your squad, being that big boy on your squad is always go-to. And I just like his style with his LMG because that obviously shreds people when you keep going and trying to shoot over. And also having that, manual bomb that can blow up certain areas. And also that barricade can protect you and your teammates from oncoming damage. You can also protect the bomb when placed. You can revive teammates around it, and you can get really creative with it. So Anvil, you know, he's your big boy defender guy. You guys can check out the video and see what I mean. He's really good. I'll put him at A, and he's definitely someone that you need to have in your squad for sure, whether you're attacking or defending. All right, guys, so we have 4 people. We got, I think, 2 more people left. So let's put Ronin. So Ronin, she's either S or A. S or A. Let's see. I'm going to put... Oh, man, this is really good. Oh, man. Yeah, she's good. I'm going to put her at S+. Ronin, you know, I was thinking about it, you know, putting her at A. But honestly, she's really good. You know, if I had to pick between Ronin or Dima, always pick Ronin. If you're that type of player that plays like, you know, Ronin, then pick Dima afterwards. You know, if you can't pick up Ronin. But she's good because she can play aggressive, plant the bomb, not be found on the mini map. She has that throwing knife that detects enemies and blows up. I like her pistol. That's an automatic gun. She's just quick, and then her hitbox is small, so you just feel better than using someone like Anvil where his hitbox is really big. Ronin's just, she's good, and if you guys actually check out my video, you guys will see that I actually got like about 17 or 18 kills with her because her playstyle is very fluid. Not to say the other characters you aren't, it's all the same, but I just felt Ronin is really, really good in terms of her game style. And if you guys have to pick someone on your team, obviously having a Ronin, Saint, or Anvil is a go-to for sure. All right, guys, so let's wrap this up. We have Dallas Reigns, baby. Dallas Reigns. Where do I rank him? S+, A, S+, A. I'm going to say S+. Sorry, guys, I have to. Dallas, the fact that he can give you intel and give you an idea where your enemies are at, while at the same time playing aggressive and pushing in, that just works. Especially if you have a Saint, Ronin, and Dallas plus Anvil, that's a recipe for disaster for the other squad, because you got your Saint, which is your medic. You got Ronin that could just push through. You got Dallas that gives you that intel. And then you got Anvil just protecting you guys from incoming damage. So you have a really good like squad. You got like the big 4 right here. Dallas is just super sweet with his guns, his pistols. The fact that when you down an enemy, you get that scan back again to scan again to go aggressive and keep attacking. And yeah, man, like if you guys look at the top 4, this would be your ideal squad right now. This is volume 1. Remember, it's not counting the other guys that I haven't played yet and I need to make videos for. It's going to change obviously in placements, but for the characters right now that you actually can pick up and play if you guys get the beta or buy the game, I would say S and A are your for sure go-to players. So hopefully, guys, this helps you guys get a better understanding of what characters to go for. Gives you guys a little bit more knowledge as terms of what they do. But if you guys disagree, let me know in the comments below. And otherwise, I'll leave it here, guys. I'll definitely create another volume on the tier list as I progress with new players and let you guys know where they stand with new updates as well. So I'll catch you guys until the next one. Later.